What is up, guys? Today we're gonna go live again. I'm gonna really work hard in 2025 and going live. Okay. So today's video, you guys, we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna be talking about ebooks. So this video is for a lot of people. I get a lot of people, they want to sell ebooks. They have these ideas and they want to help their audience with this whatever problem they're having through selling ebooks. Okay. So that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about how to sell your ebooks. Okay. And I want to tell you the 4 things you need to do in order to go from 0 to 10 to 100K. All right. And this is what I do. I love selling ebooks myself. So we're going to dive right into it. So these are the common mistakes. And I'm going to break these all down. All right. The common mistakes are mistake number 1, you're selling without doing your proper research. This is mistake number 1. All right. Most people just get the idea and they just dive in and just start creating the ebook, and then they just go out and start telling people about it. You want to do your research on that ebook and on the topic or the subject matter on that ebook first, okay? Because I'll be the first one to admit to you guys, I've created digital products. I thought to me that this is what people want, and I didn't do no research about it. And then one of the reasons I thought it was something that people would buy and want is because it was passionate to me. All right. We're not in business of making ourselves happy. We're in business of making the customers happy because they're the one with the money that's going to purchase your products. So you have to go out and search and do research and even confirm and validate that your idea or your subject or the topic of your ebook is actually what people want. So how do you do that? You can go on social media. You can go on platforms or profiles of content creators or other entrepreneurs and see in their content if people are asking that question. You can go inside Facebook groups. You can even just put out content yourself on that subject. And even if you're not getting a lot of tons of engagement from your own content, all right, nobody's liking it, nobody's commenting, you're not getting any views, all right, even those can be some indications of whether or not that ebook is going to actually sell. All right, there are just some things that even though they may be passionate to you, that the rest of the industry or the rest of the world aren't just interested in. All right, not as much as you think. All right, so that's why we want to do the market research first before we even create it, before we get knee and head deep into developing this ebook and creating a strategy to sell it and all this other stuff. We want to make sure that the people actually want to buy it. So that's mistake number 1. We're selling without doing any prior research. You want to do that first. Now, mistake number 2 is trying to sell without having an audience first. So this goes back to you first putting out some content, like I said before, and seeing what the people are actually saying when you put out the content. How are they reacting? Well, how are they engaging in your content? Are they asking you any questions, right? But the main objective before you get too deep into creating that digital product, start building your audience first, because when you do find that digital product or when you find that ebook, you'll already have an audience there ready and available to buy from you, versus you creating it and you don't have an audience. And now on top of the time it took you to create it, now you got to add more time into actually building up the audience to actually purchase it. So you can do these things simultaneously. Before you even start creating the ebook, you should be putting out content, building your personal brand, marketing yourself, getting people to know, like, and trust you first, and get an audience of those people. And then when you announce that digital product that you already know that they're going to buy because you did your market research, then you're going to be able to get those sales and get immediate results faster because you already have buyers. Okay, so mistake number 1 is selling what you want without doing prior research and trying to sell without having an audience first. All right, mistake number 3 is not listening to your audience. The people are going to tell you, and a lot of people ignore it. And not all the times you're going to get people say, hey, I don't want that. They're going to tell you through the engagement. All right, when you drop a video, let's say you're dropping a piece of content about a topic, and every time you talk about that, it always gets way more views versus the other videos that you purposely might have put out to market and educate them about that digital product or that ebook you're trying to sell, but they don't perform as well. All right, that's an indication right there that This is something they're more interested versus whatever you feel or think about the ebook you're creating or thinking about creating. So this is where you want to might shift and pivot and say, okay, I thought it was this, but it's actually not that. They're more interested in this. This is more of a problem that they need help with, and I should focus my attention and energy in because this could be the most profitable and I get the most results. And those indicators are right there in your content. All right. I drop videos all the time and I think, man, I need to educate them about this. But I never ignore other videos that I'm putting out that are getting way more views, way more engagement, and even sales because this is what they're most interested in. All right. So you want to listen to your audience, whether they're talking to you indirectly through your comments or through the engagement. But also, if you build up that audience and you also get them into a private community like a Facebook group and or like a Discord group or even on your email list, you can literally start asking them what they need help with. You can even book free calls with some of them and ask them directly on a Zoom call. Or another thing you can do is have them take a survey. So say when people are opting in, say before you don't even have the product created, you're building your email list and you can have them opt in. And during that opt-in process, they take a survey and you can ask them a form of questions about what they're struggling with the most. Now, when you're creating or you're asking them these questions, whether it be for the survey or one-on-one or in your community, you really want to make these questions very, very in depth so that you can really get some good data from those people. Now, when you're getting information from your audience, we're not talking about 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 people. You want to get at least 100 people. All right, you want to talk to 100 people, have 100 people take the survey so that you can really get some good data about what product you should create for them, what they're actually struggling with. So you can't go half butt on this stuff, okay, guys? So now, we just said selling without doing research. That's mistake number 1. Trying to sell without having an audience first. Not listening to your audience is number 3. And number 4 is not actually selling. All right. When you're putting out your content, when you're ready to sell, and you do have the product and you've done all these things, you do have to promote it. And one of the ways you promote it is having a clear call to action. You have to make sure that the people that want this product, you're calling them out and make sure the message is clear so that they know what they're going to do in purchasing. All right. So for example, if I say, hey, if you're looking to create digital products, but you don't know how, then you want to click the link in my YouTube description to go get my whatever that product is. Okay, you want to tell them directly. You want to make sure it's a clear message and they know how to do it, and tell them to do it. Because if you don't open up your mouth and tell people to do it, then they're not actually going to do anything. Don't assume that people, just because you put out a great video, that people are going to automatically go into your description or go to your link in your bio and start checking things out. You want to tell them to go do that and tell them why they should go do this. And that's a clear call to action. All right. So when you do these things right here, if you do all of these things right here, this is the proper way to sell an ebook right here. And this is where I've been doing it for the past 5 years. My first ebook made me well over $100,000, and I still sell that ebook to this day. And it's a process of it. All right. So when I put out that ebook, I already have an audience. I already know that the people want it based off me doing my research. I listen to them, and then I tell them to actually go buy it. I announce it and tell them why they should. All right, this is what they're going to get. This is what's inside of it. These are the results you're going to get. This is the problem it's going to solve. And now it's available to you for this price. All right, so that's where we're going to end it right here for this video, you guys. I just wanted to come on here real fast and really break that down. But if you have any questions and you want me to answer them, go down in the comments down below this video. Ask me any question. I always reply back, and I'll do my best to answer that question in one of my upcoming videos. Also, check out the description for all my products. If you're trying to get started with digital products, I also have a digital income starter kit that's going to be available down for you in the YouTube description for you to check out. Till then, you guys stay blessed, and I'll see you on the other side of success.